Thanks for joining us for the Kids First parenting series, Discipline Means to Teach. Today you're watching part 1, Praise. I'm Megan Monaghan, an early childhood education coach. Today's material comes from Dr. John Gottman, an expert in the field of social emotional development, and Dr. Carol Dweck, a professor at Stanford University and the author of Mindset, a classic work on motivation and growth mindset. We've also included material from the Pyramid Plus approach, a social emotional curriculum that we believe in strongly. What is praise? Praise is a way of guiding children towards positive, appropriate behavior. Praise can strengthen our relationship with our child. When our relationship is responsive and nurturing towards our children, they're much more likely to want to do what we want them to do. They're much more likely to meet our expectations. However, if praise is given improperly, it will keep our child from doing their very best. Today we're going to focus on 2 different ways to praise children: empty praise and effective praise. Empty praise does not focus on specific behavior or actions, but rather refers to general comments like, good job, or you're the best artist, or you're so smart. To be effective, praise needs to be very specific rather than generic. Specific praise tells a child exactly what they did well so they can learn to do it again. It focuses on the effort and the process, not the product. It also helps boost a child's confidence when they're trying new things, because we're telling them as they go along what they're doing well. Here's some examples of specific effective praise. I appreciate the way you cleaned your room, or you really worked hard on that project. Way to stick with it. Now we're going to watch a short video about Dr. Carol Dweck's study on praise and mindsets.
So check this out. Carol Dweck and her colleagues wanted to look into the impacts that praise had on children's development. So what they did is they took over 400 fifth grade students from all across the nation, and they did a really simple yet interesting study. Here's how it went down. They gave all the kids a really easy nonverbal IQ test. There were 10 questions, and at the end of the test, they praised all the children in one of 2 ways. The first group was praised for their intelligence. So they said, wow, great job, you must be really smart at this. Now the second group was praised for their effort. So they said, wow, great job, you must have worked really hard at this. Now this is a really subtle difference, but the impact it had is incredible. So after praising the kids and getting them divided up into the 2 groups, they gave them all an option for their next test. The first option was, hey, this next test is going to be a little bit harder, but it's going to be a great opportunity to learn and grow. Now the second option was, this next test will be similar to the first, and you will surely do well on it. Now the interesting thing is, out of the group that was praised for their intelligence, 67% of them chose the easier option, while 92% of the kids who were praised for their effort chose the harder test. This is unbelievable to think about, how just the subtle difference in the way that they were praised had such an impact. Carol Dweck explains why this happens.
The child or adult hears, oh, you think I'm brilliant and talented. That's why you admire me. That's why you value me. I better not do anything that will disprove this evaluation. As a result, they enter a fixed mindset, they play it safe in the future, and they limit the growth of their talents. Whereas focusing on the strategies they use, the way they're stretching themselves and taking on hard tasks, the intense practice they're doing, those are the kinds of things that say to a child or an older athlete, it's about the process of growth. As a result, they don't feel, oh, if I make a mistake, you won't think I'm talented. They think, oh, if I don't take on hard things and stick to them, I'm not going to grow.
Next, Dweck and her colleagues gave all the kids a really difficult test. It was one that they would surely fail, but they wanted to look at how the different kids attacked this challenge. Dweck noticed that the group that was praised for effort worked harder, longer, and actually enjoyed this test more than the group that was praised for their intelligence. This group got really frustrated with this test and had the tendency to give up early. After this artificially induced failure round, all of the kids were given a third and final test. Now this test was the same level of difficulty as the first one, but check out the results. The group that was praised for their intelligence actually did worse on this test than the first one. Their average score actually dropped by 20%, while the group that was praised for their effort did significantly better, raising their average score by nearly 30%. This is a 50% difference in performance that was caused by a few subtle differences in the way that they were praised. This study shows how praise can either make or break a child's development. I mean, we all do it. We all want to be positive with the children we work with, so teachers, coaches, parents are always looking for ways to support their kids and tend to praise them quite a bit. So we need to look at research like this and realize, okay, praise is a good thing and there's nothing wrong with being positive, but we need to be very careful about praising someone's intelligence or abilities and focus more on the process and the effort that they put forth. I think this is a pretty easy fix that will help us develop growth mindsets within the kids that we work with. And as all the research shows, having a growth mindset has a big time impact on the development of a child, whether it's on the court, in the classroom, or just in life. Thanks so much for following along and watching this video. For more like this, visit championshipbasketballschool.com and click on the championship newsletter. We'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.
So as you can see, in a fixed mindset, people believe that their basic qualities, like their intelligence or talent, are simply fixed traits, that they can't grow them. They also believe that their talent alone creates success without any effort, but they're wrong. In a growth mindset, people believe that their most basic abilities, like talent and intelligence, can be developed through dedication and hard work, that brains and talent are just the starting point. This view creates a love of learning and a resilience that are essential for great accomplishment, which is what we want for all of our children. So how can parents promote a growth mindset in their children? Well, we can give timely praise in the moment. So as soon as you see your child doing something that you want them to do, tell them, hey, thank you for cleaning up your room. I like the way you put the toys in their box. Be genuine and sincere. Don't exaggerate. Children know when we're being authentic and genuine. We also need to use specific and effective praise that focuses on the effort and the process in your children, just like they said in the video. So it looks like you worked really hard on cleaning your room. Nice work. We also need to avoid double messages. So instead of saying, thank you for putting on your shoes, but I don't know why you can't do that every time without me asking, just say, good work putting on your shoes. Focus on that proud feeling. Say, you worked so hard on building that tower and you did it. What we want to do is instill that internal motivation in our children for doing something well or doing something right, because it feels good to do the right thing. And we can do this by giving timely, genuine, specific praise that focuses on the effort of the child. Thank you for joining us. Please look for our other videos in our parenting series with more strategies and tools. If you have any questions about this material, please feel free to contact us. And please make sure to use the other resources we have listed on the slide for you. Happy learning and happy parenting.